Oh, you read the story. I mean, it is only 5 minutes. Don't worry, you can close. So, Abra,
Yeah.
there's something that is going on that started. Something that is going on that started around the weekend there. That was Saturday. And I think I said it's about Lewin's involvement, the accident that happened. And there was a guy who came to speak on Peace FM. I hear he says he's the blogger of Lewin. They mentioned his name, Abro or something.
Okay.
And when he finished speaking, I said, if truly he works with Lewin, when Lewin gets back and he's not dead, he has to fire him.
Why?
Because there are things that when you say, you set a negative precedence for whoever you claim you are with.
Okay.
Loyalty is not a meal that is cooked, but it's a lifestyle. And people who will early be disloyal to you, you can see it as early as it is. But at times it's difficult to get rid of them because they might have an information beyond the quite how. Or can say besides accident and say or can we or say or no the GD pass or no on Lewin came. Is that say Lewin per speed dodo. He said it, not a PR. This I was a blogger on Saturday. And I'm a cast. Yeah,
Lewin blogger.
Lewin blogger, according to on the on Lewin came with that. Now Lewin communicate too much.
Lewin official blogger.
Whether official or unofficial. Or Peace FM.
In what capacity?
Oh no, say on no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. But okay, when I catch you, I say, Asema all can accident is here. Oh my, more coin, my children in the sea, and your eyewitness. Because eyewitness for no and be brain I for exaggerating people. Funny face as MCA. One guy so because say now where you remember?
Yeah.
By the end of the day, when the police story came up, it ended up saying there was nothing called Obieu.
Maybe because the child was unconscious.
Whatever it is, but eyewitness report, and it's an exaggeration. Accident, but accident. It may see so that it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm saying, Asemna Wakano is leading to a negative narrative.
Yeah.
A bema conversation akwaya basa.
Okay.
And obiasi oh there na so be per speed ayanka. Mumen kan no say speed na the accident bank kan and go for half a week.
How can you say this?
Oh please. The factors that contribute to accident. Hello.
Speed
there are people that died in accident because they were parked and the one that was even on speed were left. So I'm saying that hello, I'm not listening. No child died. No child died. I'm not at the end of that particular story that came up. When it happened in Tema, the Niku hospital. No, I said no one died because of what the nurse said, not because of the light off.
But you are sitting on radio when
I'm not because
and you are here
you tell people overspeeding kills, and I say if accident is as a result of overspeeding, then everybody is dead.
But it causes it.
You don't listen to the English.
No, but that speeding causes accident.
I don't know, but listen to what I'm saying. So what you know, Kim, I'm saying that if overspeeding is what causes accident, like all of us, we are dead.
It's one of the factors.
So you're not. What's it? Who can different things?
No. What's it?
Overspeeding
what
is
are
what
you saying?
I'm not telling you. I say if overspeeding is what causes accident, that could be a.
What causes accident?
Yo
yati. When I go school, now go a friend say.
They are making their more kind of message because Obia Asemusia no Dimika, but the police report the appear they will say people even who had accident. Car be a communication accident here. You were quite me who say car we go see they go 40 kilometers. So police name the car say the accident happen. So but the center are you listening to me or you are listening to yourself?
Police
police in Yambeka say. Abranti and come obedi say Lewin per speed. Now to the care mukra to me no. Saturday and come on kind. And that dimu samo biaka say na living per speed. And I speed into I say. Look at where the story is going. KK for su any na the nyumtuni any blogger konya accident. Blogger so
yeah.
So
yeah.
Story ni ba up aye kasa no. The top conversation na KK for su na blogger no.
It was KK for su.
Thank you. Why?
Because he is a celebrity.
So say Lewin asemaba. Na ye di Lewin hu komo a. Ade no bi say Lewin ni abadaye. Na so kan kola na wawu na asem.
Akola ni mama say when you adaje akọ premier.
Anek etina kan ibani wu no man ko the premier no.
Ask like one be check up on the child.
I check on the child for what? Or your doctor and nurse. Lewin is not the hospital. When a clear is on. Then when a clear is on. And the doctor not clearing himself, he could be fit to be at where he's supposed to be. No, I call. About friend nothing. So they are illegal by road safety. They will be uncountable.
Overspeeding is not illegal by road safety. What are you saying?
Hello. Overspeeding. Police need my report to say hello. No both were wrong. In the first place, police need my report said Lewin was overspeeding. But it is proven said now but franity front seat per the age.
Police never catch him. And then who came to prove it?
Hello, according to him. The reporter.
Why witness report?
No report. When you eyewitness, Abrant Akolana winning Mammy and come on. And you it's not my name.
You see your job cry.
Our friend, I don't will. One a choice. You don't get or see on himself the win.
Are you going to?
I don't think
you're going to read the topic for the day.
I don't think they can. Or see on himself the win per speed. Saturday your kind of show Jack and know. Or see on himself per speed. And he's all behind himself your crop for. Near we are the OBC, medium himself, we are there. I didn't hear and I'm here, man. You say, I'm saying that there are some things where we people should learn. The fact that we so say no because you see, I'm a conversation now. I say blog and cracker say no or say the win per speed.
But the conversation started before the blog is coming because we blog that conversation. You can.
The fact that is
I heard it from the woman that was involved.
No. The first place that has accident happened, the casa be a casa first piece of it.
Maybe man show a piece of it. Maybe share was social.
No, you're not kind. What you do?
Yes.
Unya time analyze the see. Time on no car say, who sell Lewin car anybody needs to know the see Lewin every year. I don't want to say, and the car appear to us something is coming up. We are gear off. No, I don't see no do the car. Once I told you, I had to say, we stop this thing because we are tarnishing the reputation of somebody in the name of. But let's look for what is right. Me and Jan Comodian I say
so you don't have anything to say about the child. Just tell him.
The child. Now I'm saying the case for so many years. So the top person that we're discussing was
okay.
Blood and we are on the top person.
Okay.
But second for something here. Obi gas Obi and you Obi 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 and Obi. There are people who will talk about because accident they see here. Manus is smart. It could be a very bad news for all of us.
But the child is a bad news for all of us.
You see, your conversation is like.
My conversation is like what?
We are discussing Lewin. If any other person could have knocked this child, if any other person could have involved in this accident for the child to die, will it be a conversation on radio? Never.
But if I have seen it,
no, it will never be a conversation.
So does that mean it's not?
The reason why this conversation is going is because it is involving somebody who is a top celebrated person.
Or not.
Don't say what.
Is it saddening that the child is? We've lost a 3-year-old child.
Because the parent put the wrong place in the car. Read the story. Okay. Yeah. And that's a lesson for those of you who drive on Islam. We're not talking about where the child was. And this is a caution for those of you who live around Islam or Jidano. When you are coming or children are misbehaving in the car, tell them move them back. You saw that we've blocked the car before because the laws are not working. Your child have no right, no matter who he is, to sit at the front seat. So what the front I was sitting now they good as boss. So I said, "What I'm This is illegal things. But be a one car, who can you do whatever?
But overspeeding is not illegal.
Overspeeding. Do you know overspeeding?
Yes.
So who overspeeding? Who overspeeding? The law of overspeeding by speed limit. Yes, you are never overspeeding.
Wow.
What does it?
You shock me day by day.
Well, don't worry. It is like a prayer.
I know. Glory. Hello, Dr. Counselor.
Sorry, but your family kind story.
The mind you don't be offended, but
no, we don't say no kind of.
Hello, Dr. Counselor.
Yes.
Hello, Dr. Counselor. This is Millicent. I'm from home. I'm 42 years old. My husband is 47 years. We've been married for 10 years with 4 kids. My husband brought one and I brought one, and we have 2 together. I am processing a document for our residency out of Ghana, and I just realized that my husband's first child is not his. And out of the 2 we have together, one is not his child. I did something when we separated 3 years ago, but immediately I came back, I took seed. I don't know if that is what brought this child, but those men are no more alive. What do I do? Confess or keep quiet and cancel our documentation? I want to take it again. Hello, Dr. Counselor. This is Millicent. I am 42 years. My husband is 47 years, and we have been married for 10 years with 4 kids. My husband brought 1 child, and I also brought 1 child into the marriage. And together we have 2 children, making 4. I am processing a document for our residency out of Ghana, and I just realized that my husband's first child is not for him. And out of the 2 we have together, 1 is not for him. I did something when we separated 4 years ago, but immediately I came back, I took seed. I don't know if that is what brought this child, which is not for my husband. But those men I had something with are no more alive. What do I do? Do I confess, keep quiet, and cancel our documentation?
My ministry, on any kum was maybe on our ring. Or no, Baba, and a bear knows Baba. Now, no more you come. It's all money now. I have 4. Now, is that a guy I had, Muslim, the other day, I had 2 what's now money. Not any money. So I say, I'm more quiet with Luna. Just a DNA test that, oh, way, but away. No, who say, Nick Ruba, not a barrier. And then you couldn't there. Just do the other man, no, being a responsible man, watch out on him. So it's not about winning in India. And you know now, I'm in way and back. I also end up because sometimes I go ask for the fast one. Now, so see, my man, as a man on the other, or who will get beyond Siasi. You're cheating on you with me, and I don't know the van of beyond Siasi. It's in Obisa second. Uncle conversation, and I say, on council documentation, some finance, Grandma, I'm busy for my acquaintance would be. I know yet the situation for the day.
What's the take? Let's go.
Me?
Yes.
Well, I don't think she has to just keep quiet about it. The man has to know. Stop learning. Very important. Wait, from the side, the man's side, he has to know that the first child now, and he also has to know, say, most important, now they separated for 4 years, and once I have separated, oh yeah, be separation. So now I think so. We define the rules of the marriage. She has to tell the man, and whatever consequences are, she bears it. And now they also to make her and because I'm all the man, more to me, because this is a tool. No, I'm DNA in your pen and I'm basing it to some way, somehow. I dare not be able to, but he has to let the man know that this child and this child.
Don't catch and say, I'm not about the Asenio.
I know the idea and a police.
After 4 years, one in the way,
and then keep secret no more embassy for verification. Can't keep this on something you can keep and say I'm going. You just have to say it. Why are we not going? This and that. Until I also catch up. Well, whatever the man.
I married for 10 years.
Yes, you see this.
And I'm a friend at the share and now I'm a friend of the bar what they first said sending young in the back. And who said in the back
because of documentation or more.
It's a documentation.
And any sending to a boy.
And almost so on Nimposa is that what say almost separate your buyer no fire. What just
say me can't spend just one sleep with one man or say those he had affair with.
Some member
we can't tell you know now see they are there. Also those or two ones. And you only know me will and you say you need to tell your husband say this is what the situation is what it is. Yeah, no much as some men.
So to the one on any Kunia, need the any buy any the one actually do the same about it.
Oh, the one the minute I saying they're middle by any that is any call back any bearman issue. It won't be problem on me.
But mind you, we're not separating.
Separation doesn't mean divorce. In your bar, it makes it's a minimal by kind of say married by ordinance. Now you're separating. Won't me and come our Bible for say you're separating. It is not divorce. And you know she has defiled the rules of the marriage. And to me, to the Caribbean, say Japademian and the Sen and Quebec, it's me deep man. So Bearman and Penny Bima. There are only Penny Bima 9 and I go wait so person in that. But the man has to know.
Okay, I'm not pointing in
yeah, the man has to know. But I think he has to say it one after the other so that he doesn't die.
He no. Wow, we
no family in bits. You don't and there be oji blow back who we are on. A bit take here wow. Now I say it's also about to call a wiki kakentino. I feel the other man is ready for it because so many two boom here. Remember, I want to say, remember, if we need meeting. Once the women we can take this, men they can't. So I think you should give it in one after the other. Yes,
that's weak.
Now according to no, they should cancel it.
They can't go, and they have to go without the two children.
Why would they? And I said, I mean, sister buy a code didn't make your cabbage and the
it's a normal palace of me, a family.
I anyway, yeah, adoptive way, and I will so I come out to me our money. But me the long family one after the other.
Or the man one after the other, not the one or the shots here.
The engine ban.
I never found him on my
and I like I can't so I say, oh brat. What you say, whatever the one man wants to come here do or not.
That is really not the issue. That's really not the problem.
That would be the problem. You don't give the houses, man.
What I say. The big problem is about my worry work for me and your passport. Then I put for Danny now. And then I for the news. The just out there.
It's a normal face. Once I put the normal face, and later now the audience.
Hey, then
born his heart for it. No, what was about this want to be the guys. I can't shock you anymore in this life. Because the man can die. That's
so on can share the say, I cannot back.
Alright, I say no, I said there is more, but we'll talk later.
How do you say this man breathe? Or that later?
Because I'll tell you something, I'm going to tell me now. It doesn't for the person to tell you. That's what we think.
So, okay. So, not just say, Osha, obey, only case. Not to keep it quiet.
Now, what talk about it?
But who knows the one day? Maybe the one day will not come to the man will die.
Okay, but one day you're going to oh my God! Wow! The child is not for you.
There is something.
Oh, maybe when we were separated, I was the first one my
You see, no. What will be the story she's going to tell them?
I'm not having salama. Yeah, quite almost see date no matter to.
Other than only left for
say it's about mommy, she didn't know that one of the children were not for husband.
Exactly.
So if the man was really involved in this thing,
this time, but
say every interview.
Into processing the how.
You processing the Papa get involved that. Papa involved and can deal with he's going on one a.
She is the one doing processing. So the man is not involved.
So whatever I tell you.
So whatever I tell you, you believe.
If the man was involved, who now Papa take a DNA on never couple. My men baby, and I'm gonna say or checking the man that they so at this point, we would have been about the man's the one should the man's house is not no, maybe then she's not telling the man about him, she can't tell the man about the other child.
No, she has to tell him
about the other child. Then that means that in future, if he finds out, you cannot lie and say that, oh my God, I am shocked. You have to act shocked in future because if you are trying to go try somewhere preventing you from finding out there, and you're always keeping you in there, but you can't say that you tell him one and leave the other.
I have not said that you should tell him. We should tell him that.
No, maybe in 10 seconds, I say, like she shouldn't tell him, and then she has to keep both to herself.
And if she wants to keep it to herself, she can keep it forever.
See, one child is sick. Once there's nothing hidden under the sun.
That the only time nobody knew that the situation will never find out. If you're in second, we'll be on fire to okay, like I'm not more million. It didn't pay, but in this situation, you need to tell him. How would you even keep quiet and live like a normal human, but if nothing happens? Like the urban, we should be able to eat normal, like do everything normal. Like
our time is fast spent. We have to go and take the 6 p.m. news. Councillor Bacho for number to be a
well, maybe Gidi said, well, when you correct,
Councillor, the view, extension manager of me, Olamba. Mr. P. Yamam strong one, Mr.
All these.
Okay, you go. Well, who buy a wood distract you? Who's
now? Can you
have 10 minutes? Who they can
a different than was it? I mean, she done.
0277 609 644 maybe I'll penny be a friend. I send me a to be a friend counselor. Yeah, that was say must take care and stay in tune with us. Watching all of my with us the brain.
It's one here financial expert to be a basic assembly to treat our be more dear to just say, and say, by the say, it's still in not dear. Any near my society be found, and say, it's in Tiba.
As a politician, you need a long-term strategy about export diversification. Serious one. And one point say 1.2.
Honorable Fatima Abubakar, information minister was
Sorry.
For PBC, almost work as such, say,
the network is not too good. There's a serious network challenge from yesterday and today. And we work at it. So let's get this straight. I just saw this statement from one press. I don't know why the internet is not helping, but I saw something that somebody says that overspeeding is illegal. Yes, and going slow in a speed lane is also illegal. Do you know that? So you walk on the N1 and then somebody is in the inner lane going 20 kilometers per hour is also a crime. So yes, you rated it. Overspeeding is illegal, and going slow in a speed lane too is illegal. The conversation is not where we are looking at it from. See, all of us can fall victim to any issue or any incident that comes up. But I believe that most of the times we overreact and we jump into conclusion. So as it were, make it like there is a celebrity. We're even happy that nobody have said that these guys' money is as a result of blood that have been shared. Yes, an accident has occurred. Why can't we wait for the police to give us what really transpired? That's my own. But the way we are using the public court of opinion to justify Lewin Semedra, he doesn't have feeling for children, but he has opened school for children. Do you get what I'm saying? This is my issue. My own is that this DNA thing is what I'm discussing. Should the wife apologize for a wrong DNA? Should the wife apologize if finally you find out that the children are not yours? Mine is a yes and no. I believe this lady's story. She might have done something, but she gets into the marriage, and now the child is. It can easily be determined because whoever she had something to do with before coming after their separation, we can easily determine whether the pregnancy she came with it or what. Because we are all neglecting the 2% of where medical errors are also part of this DNA brouhaha that is going on around here. Now it has become so common that stories are unveiling. I read a story about a young man in Tamale who was jailed, Tamale in Ghana, who was jailed for 10 years as a result of a student accusing him for having sexual intercourse with her. And the guy went to court, and a lot happened, and finally he was jailed for 20 years or so. Now, finally, rape. Yes, I think it was a rape case. Finally, when the lady delivered, many years down the line, while he has served some months, then the lawyer went back to revisit and requested for a DNA. And at the end of the day, the DNA proved that the said child, that was the reason why this guy, the certain man, was jailed. The DNA was not for him. I also have an evidence of a case where a pastor has been disciplined and sacked from a church, disgraced as a pastor, and ostracized, called names. A whole committee was set up, and he was sacked from the church because a young lady accused the pastor of impregnating her, only to find out this March that a young lady, after delivering 3 months, the child is not for the pastor, but the pastor has been disgraced here. So my issue is that this DNA business that is going on, everybody is trying to do one. One time somebody said on one of my pages that the DNA should be added to our NHIS so that it becomes a regular thing. It means that immediately when you deliver a child in the hospital, they should add a DNA request to be part of whatever you have done, so that a sample is picked when your baby comes up and then is matched with the father, so that at the end of the day, we will just believe that once your child is born in a hospital, the DNA proves that this is the father. But how would that even help? Because this DNA thing is separating us. But I want to say, if a child's DNA, because usually DNA is always done, is paternity. It's not maternity, it's paternity. Paternity because the chromosomes we are looking for, our higher chromosomes, is found more in the man when a child is born than the woman. So I'm tempted to believe that very soon we will force to look for the 40% chromosomes that can also appear when it comes to we doing the same thing in a woman's life. But my issue is that when a child is found not to be for the man who is married to a certain woman, should we look at blaming the woman and asking the woman to apologize to the man? Because it seems like constantly we find ourselves in the position where we will always blame the woman. The woman is always blamed. People say things about what is happening to the woman. People want to say the woman is wicked, the woman is bad, she has done something, she's gone behind the what do you call it? She's gone behind the husband and all. But there are some that people, it's not so. It's not so. There are some that is not so. So I am believing that if we learn very well about these DNA game and what is happening properly, we will stop blaming the women. Because my question is very simple. Should a wife apologize for a wrong DNA? Because I have witnessed a lady that innocently, she's not done anything, but the child is not theirs. Yes. And I'm saying that it's not always that will hold the woman and say the woman is the cause. She has been unfaithful to the husband. She has gone to do something. And that is why, yes, that is not the order of the day. That is not. That is what we are talking about. So I'm still looking at the story that so the wife apologized for a wrong DNA that comes. That's a question. Should she go and apologize? Should she be held responsible? Well, I have not seen Abna to come and read yet, wherever she is, so we can follow up with the story and go ahead, because they read it earlier, but I think there is a request down here. Sorry, the screen is not used. Okay, so that's the link. Like I wanted to hear the reading, then I'll pick you up. You understand? Yeah, I really want you to. We'll pick up when I've not read the story for us, then we are able to pick it from that angle. So I've seen link coming up. The network is not too good, not too strong. So Abna will come and read for us. Then we take the story from that angle as well. Sorry if we are not having a good appearance of the TikTok today. Yes, this phone is not a phone meant for TikTok, but we have to manage it now because our followers on TikTok are also lacking behind with a lot of things. Somebody like Link, his contribution yesterday was very, 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 very insightful and educated. And I've seen him here today, just like Isaac. Isaac also has very, very strong. So, Abna, if you're ready, we're waiting for you. Yes, please, Abna, come and read a story for us and let's go. But as I'm saying, this DNA business is becoming a common thing that is either separating us, breaking us, and making us become enemies of each other. And immediately you become an enemy to each other in marriage, it becomes a bad thing. But if we can follow it properly, yes, the network is not too good. I can see. I see she's struggling to come in. Yeah, Link. I pick him long time. The network has not allowed him. So the same thing. Well, let's hear the story read by our class rep first, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you very much for your understanding. So let's go, class rep. I don't even have a clap here. Let me see if I can get a clap for us to welcome our class rep. If we can get a clap. All right. So I think we had a clap. This phone is strange. Let me see. All right, so let's go. Abna, let's go. Let's hear the story being read for us.
Hello, Dr. Pastor.
Hello, I'm here. How are you doing? Millicent, thank you for writing. All right, let's hear you.
I am 42 years.
When you
My husband is 47 years. We have been married for 10 years with 4 kids.
Okay.
My husband wrote 1 and I wrote 1. And we have 2 in addition. I'm processing a document for our residency out of Ghana. And I just realized that my husband's first child is not his. And out of the 2 we have, 1 is also not his. I did something when we separated 4 years ago. But immediately I came back, I took seed. I don't know if this is what I brought this is what I don't know if that is what brought this child, but those men are no more alive. Wow. What do I do? Confess or keep quiet and cancel our documentation? Which this is
wow, did I know how we sir? I can hear you.
I realize it. The first child, and then you back. Now, 2 only the colors who in the back, on the back. Now, Kaiser almost separated 4 years ago. Or calling them up for years, but them and no will. So, one can't ask one as all castle are going to the cry. Yeah, send me more.
I'm ready to link up, then it will take. Link. Yeah, link.
I think the case I would say before she thinks of letting out the truth to the man, is still the man for years. At least by now, so how the man takes certain issues. They are always saying the whole extent of the society is to the family. If there's any truth we can let out that cause that form of distraction, it's better you don't say it. It's better you don't say it. Just let's be at home and say it. So that's the best advice I can give to one on this ground. So that the man is someone that can handle certain things without getting so highly related to the silver body of marriage. Then if you meet her catcher, at least she also lets the man's bed or gives at least the man's acknowledgement. So also Baba comes to buy at least he also enlightens the Sabeman on those grounds. But speaking of what the counselor was saying earlier, this issue has become a problem, especially in this generation where men are being used against women, the women are being used against men. And it's more or less like there's a warfare between the black man and the black man. Everyone is looking for a way to make someone and make someone look bad in the society. Then I believe no matter what technology or advancement is needed in this life, it is primarily to serve society. And society, in its basic form, is the family. There is any technology that is going to cause more distraction to the family system. I don't think it is something that is good. And so like he said, there are multiple errors that do sometimes can be this DNA thing. Sometimes there's a swap of results, or there's a swap of sample that we use. The lab administration was extremely careful. There are instances where I have heard that there are some children are swapped after birth. So sometimes when Afana Yanos hospital in Grand who are banning Yelba and so they are being said because most of the time the DNA on the paternity ground is made in the ocean said Yelbano and so the DNA is sure. It's a short thing to be found there. And then the man's DNA is based on the chance said for no one when you know and I say no and the woman it's a setting. And then the challenge that is also coming out is that some children are swapped in the hospital. Look at my DNA test on the back, but most of the time, the man himself don't want to verify to also show say I'm a family or also the bar.
Hello.
I'm a family or also the bar now. And most of the time, I say if you're not a bar, I'm a family in the bar. But it's supposed to be not verified on one side. It's supposed to be on one side because of the sureness they have that is the one that carried to the seed. The babies are being swapped. You become very careful about this.
All right, thank you very much. Link, am I a lot of insightful? I'll come in. I'll come in. A lot of things you said that I will jump back. But let me hear the next person coming. Why build a wall? I'm not going to see the next person. Okay.
I'm here.
So who is next? Okay. So I'm not the moderator now. So let's go ahead. I'm listening. Yeah, go.
Yeah, very can go ahead. But so catching the and when trust is broken, there's nothing you can do about it. And you know, why this mental agenda, it's either she lives with it because in 24 or a proverb said, Oba, I told you about them and the
okay.
One hour, won't die, about Abba. Wow, Obi Waha, who catch them or be so but this is how catch them. Our parents of parents somewhere we acquire most of and that is what both of you know. Some of our parents married them only but in channel we now come our real phone in our mistakes do happen. Who of our she wouldn't say we are put that someone so also obey protect yourself. Protect someone. Now, while yeah, after you so prevent all these things. Wow. Now, one person so now you don't live with some guilt throughout your life. Now, I say, one person who say, who count. That change in that back. Now, what be it himself to be show on us one. Protect someone. Now, what penny out there? Now, I was and then bench so no. One will say, I put you there, so about half of war. So, you know, has a bed partner. Which now, was so well because you are barno. When you saw a young factor, the bell will be your crown but no, need honor. Although no, it's against Alana who will know because Alana who in us so. Let us say, you don't want to go Jari or more. Now, one woman will say, you are not of Chapo, Nabu Jarina. No one in there, good price. So we also son. Now, after you know,
you know, now after you hear what I was not oh, that way, the partner is age, one mouth, saying, is because what down for now, we are, or we go to one mouth. It's in our brochure, no, that problem, less, and what for, but if you demand one, there's a saying about, yeah, I don't know, and you don't know the precise. Wow, it's an old one on fire, which not what he abyss. What did this year? Obano, a manifest the check, Obano, yes, check. And see, I can't really think I can't, and was someone.
Mathieu, me was some bisa, but so be a share argument. Monia will be a dear, was some bisa. Link them was some bisa, also dear, maybe some. Yanko, what next?
That big, particularly or means you want to Casamaya. Hello, brother. Hello, brother.
Wada. Last time, I will be by or Bellinky and or one crom wada. And only have 2 flights. That in Casawa next after that, young quiet.
I said, nothing. Yeah, I said, other guy, another. Men some patch of back, why? One person about top, yeah, person request in the phone. And I send it.
Okay, I'm not your point. And Marcasa. Bakuno kasa o si oba bia wonim se wo kwa kwa bibi no okwa but modern se oba protect o
Yeah.
Only the agent.
Yeah, I so war in a sort of yeah. No person babia be pie mu e wo kurechi a. So be ko mine.
Amna batete no wotumi hu obi se na ote no nyanka wo ne ba. O ja se
so why ready for the outcome that yeah so be simple
na se nkrofo bebre wu aya nya omu die ni na so omu nya nkrofo yesie won bebe
but you say see na going to say yeah na common yeah because with time yeah we die the dey say man na so do omu to ko na omu dia e wo dia and e wo do kunu ni dia nti die na see no because of our going to say means na ba be part of us in some way.
na only oba tra 10 years na afi ne use nkola anya wo dia should we blame the woman? Good, because in all canon.
First guy, maybe brat up. First guy, brat up. I may have blamed your back, but also only after all finding out after all these years, all finding out. I'm not going to in the buy a crank, I won't him. But a queen did no Kai say, oh, I'm part me separative some time ago, and make a far, I've seen this as missing. Come on, also Kai say, I'm part with this. But no, him can say, baby, back in the days, there is this saying.
Link, your volume is down. Link, your volume is down. Can you come up small for us?
Hello, are you okay?
I think this is better.
Back in the days, no, you can see your mother who I think say it's not entirely true. What that particular Casadi about the Bema who is that thing.
Is it Obape the name Bermont? Obape the name the Papa. Yes, Obape the name the Onyum like.
I have a person of mine, but also or Emma different. Emma one name, Emma in the background on.
Oh.
So yeah, And it happens in a lot of.
No, but it's easy to know what's in the way of friend. No, it's easy to know. You won't be able to know. Oh, easy. Oh, I did I said it to an end one. I said, good man, we're good man. Yeah, they share your name. No, Jack. Mena obi nyema odimi di achinya me se onyema onjin tu. And I'm a children in time, a dean is a go for me in the dean. Obi dean before or cost second one. And he said about the 14th of February. But yeah, track calculation or hit your ovulation 14th for how much? What must I say? First guy no dean no. Ne cut him so and yeduma. A second guy no cut him so and you. Send go for me in the dino. On an Indian say back or say Bakudin and Ra and a Bakudin and what must I say? So or call guy back on home or go do what between 10. But all fee guy no home. Last sexual intercourse a hit at 12. But or no still no holding who say I left there on the 13th. What did I gonna say? Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First one, no any die, or just see no to some few minutes to the peak of ovulation. So it was true. It was true. Say first one, Dino. I name would have 14th. But first one is spend it name when never share 14th. It's your buyer now wedding the 14th no. Now Jenny said you're doing the 14th no. According to only beats be okra so guy no name no. And I'm a G case let me say me I'll put my work on the line. I'm going to be PG Ghana. And I'm a car say above frana above any second one idea a first guy idea. Even though the lady was denying. Do you understand? So there's a way to find out, not just DNA.
But it's not everyone who knows.
You see, one of the things that have not really given women accuracy in ovulation, beats no. Once I beat that system normally a chat no. My accuracy. And Grofo beat be among kind of do ovulation. Ebi also chart be almost your phone so calendar be software anymore, but the accurate ovulation date as compared to the physical nyama suana yechre. What am I say? Etino krani de kasa oba de nim de baba pa no kuro. The anti told be a tough form musumo de na ba bio. Ah, and the brother be mo de this. Oh. The cancer and one body may be at your table. Leg young committee.
When it comes to calculation, a lot of factors at play in it. Apart from say the lady can get an accurate calculation of her ovulation, it also depends on the and potency. Bema also crowns because sometimes everything about the say first person who know or at the peak and expect to survive for that long to the next ovulation day.
That's right. That's right.
So it was also say it may possible to say the sperms could not survive that long, and they died out, and the second one so that contradictions so yeah, like I said,
so the sperm analysis was part of the thing I did, and that is what helped me.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a whole business. As a general chatter, it's a whole business. What does it? I had a case where I didn't do anything. I didn't do any DNA test. but I went into the story full conviction. What does it say? About Frana sister no woman on your back. And so when they were accusing her of a DNA, me accusation of gender. And I put my gender charter license online. And I proved to them, say, the pregnancy that this one brought, even though the scan was giving them a male gender, the child was a female. I get what I'm saying. So, all right. So there are times that what I use will not even be. There are too many ways of knowing exactly being obedient. And you know one funny thing, my senior wife were talking yesterday, and I was sharing with her most. Yesterday I had about 23 stories of DNA, and I was sharing with her. But you see, I the expansion ban ebeba wa infa kura say expansion ko mi ne ebo expansion I said we are over why Emma one Emma Papano. What's the first now? Because we're very I didn't mean expand that me who Emma minimum by Emma. Me I go ahead. Me I go to Ola Michaels. On your friend Ola Michael. On such an she was watching. Yeah, no, hanging now, you're scared about that. You always capa. I did about open anything go on Pemba and Tiama. This kind of town. And this kind of crowd and your life money, a dead money because scam man did a dead money. Open crammer rough on the second tongue crammer. Who got if you are this guy tongue crammer? I saw the ring, ma. What's that? Nibema yeti, I asantini. Ose. Oh my God! So I can't really get it. I'll get it connected and I'll get. I'm not here. Continue the Wabankasa. I don't know say internet in so now because the same procedure about MPK. Aha. I'm not yanko. Okay, so now who can be na make it make us say enra no. Enra na make us say enra. Stories nearby na. Me senior wife Eddie Nkomo. Obi na no a. Dear and cry and say. And I'm saying depending on your I say she wants to go and do so. I said do it for who? And I'm part of the church say okoya. Or West Canada on farm me and son on koye. So like when she gets the money, I'll collect the money. And then I'll help her do the DNA. And I'm saying, but what has come over you that after hearing these stories, you want to go and do your DNA? So if you go today, and then they not say, okay, even me, or see on Rankasano, the circumstances surrounding the children at the moment, it will be difficult for anything to happen in terms of replacement. Or no, Ogodi no the number 2, Obi so Saneba. Because Uncle me G1 ofie, Baku me Ginifie, Baku me Gin hospital entrance. Etimiana me G ma de koy. They na guess san in there by mistake no. Oni no me G no hospital. Etimi me me ni nyina no. Baku hospital gate, na Baku efie bathroom. But I was just thinking after she said what she said, I'm saying that it means that even these shows we are doing, somebody will listen to us on TikTok and we want to take the same initiative. Yes, somebody will want to go and do a DNA. But I keep saying that if you're going to do a DNA as a man, should you hide it from your wife? Or let her know you want to go and do a DNA? And the issue is, if you go and do the DNA quietly and it is negative, what should you do for your wife? Your reaction when it's positive. When you also go and it's negative, what should you come and do? You see my difference? So that's all I was going to share now. So let the next person talk. I have a lot of questions, but let the next person talk so that I don't take all of them out. Okay.
Councilor.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, boss.
I salute you, sir.
I take a boss.
In fact, I'm happy to hear from you and to see you live.
Thank you for coming.
Because, I admire you from afar.
Oh, thank you.
And my wife is also. In fact, me and my wife always fight anytime we see you on TV. Why? Because my wife said that it doesn't make much sense. You understand? That you don't make much sense because you come hard on women. But I said, no, you are saying the real. You are saying what is supposed to be. You are not painting it. You are not diplomatic. You understand? So, but for her, she said, no, that you should be diplomatic. That we are coming hard on them too much. So, what I want to say on this very issue of DNA is that I think it should be between husband and wife. Happily, we want to do a DNA. For example, before we got married, we went for a test called genotype. It was me and my wife. Some people can send their wife to go and do, and they will go and do separate. But me and my wife went to the hospital and we do it, and the result came out, and we share it.
So Danny, I'm coming.
Yeah.
You did a genotype after marriage or before marriage?
Before marriage.
And so it was not your wife?
I said before marriage, I went, okay, she was not my wife. Oh, Charlie, yeah, that's why I like you. Yes, okay, that time it was not my wife, yes. But you know.
So when you did a genotype, if the two of you are not matching, would you have continued the marriage?
No. We'll quit from there.
You quit from there?
Yes. If the genotype is not matching, from there. But to God be the glory, it matched and we went on.
So your prayer was that it should match. You were expecting a matching results.
Exactly.
Because you love her.
So exactly. So my point here is that it should be between me and my wife whether to go for DNA or not to go for DNA. I don't advise a man to go secretly and do a DNA. If it turned out to be negative, Charlie, you have to take it that way. You have to take it that way. You understand? Because you went secretly to do your thing, so you carry it. You understand?
Yeah.
If you want to do DNA somewhere, go with your wife. That is my opinion. Thank you.
So if you want to do DNA, go with your wife. What if your wife says, what do you need it for?
Yes. Now, it should be a thing of discussion. You understand? You know, the problem, okay, Counselor, see, the problem is that sometimes people start fighting in the house before the DNA of it come out. It shouldn't be. You start fight, you start nagging here and there, you don't see eye to eye. In fact, it's like you two are living in the same roof, but it's like you have separated. You understand me? So how can that even go? So it should be like you two are, in fact, husband and wife, who are living in peace, and you decide, okay, honey, can we do this? Can we do that? This and that, all these things that people are talking on social media. Can we just take this?
So if the two of you are at peace, what do you need DNA for?
Okay. Why I'm saying it because yes.
There is peace in the house. What do you need DNA? That's what I'm saying. That once you think that you want to do it, why don't you do it as an individual quietly? When you go and it's negative, it is your own palaba. If you go, it's because listen to me. If you do DNA today and it shows that the children are not yours, my brother, your wife is in trouble. No man will say I'm in trouble. If you also go and do, and the children are yours, your wife will not forgive you because it means that you are thinking negative for her.
Actually, there is no DNA if you are living in peace. Yes, I get your point. You see, in this marriage issue, you are experts. You understand? You know more than many of us. We are just talking. We admire you, honestly. So there is no DNA if you are living in peace. I think those who need DNA is those who are not in peace. Those who think that this and that, even some of them are living in separate house, which is not also good. But DNA for me, I don't see it as a reasonable thing. But if they want to do it, they should do it in one. I mean, both families should understand.
So Danny, let me ask you a straight question. If your wife comes home one day and said, honey, I have a surprise for you. What's the surprise? He gives you a document, and the document is that she's going to do a DNA and all the children are yours. What will be your reaction?
Well, it depends on the relationship I have with my wife.
I mean, you and your wife are very nice people. Your wife are very nice.
Yeah,
there's nothing. You are there, she brings you a document that she just went to do a DNA, and the proof is that you are the father of the children. What will be your reaction?
Oh, my reaction, for example, today, if I just go home now, because I know that me and my wife, since I married her, in fact, no matter of a thing, we have 3 kids now, okay? If I go home now and she presents a document that she went and do DNA, I will even that the children are mine. I will laugh over it and say, okay, this is your funny way, and I will go. That is me.
And when the children are not yours, if the children are not yours,
I don't think she will even try to present it. I don't think she will. see, Cancel.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I want to share this with you.
Go ahead.
Last time, my wife did something, and in fact, I shouted on her. But later, I regretted shouting on her.
Okay.
What did she do? She went for a maternity. No, they call it what? Antenatal.
Yeah.
She went for antenatal.
Yeah.
And I think the pregnancy was 3 months or 4 months thereabout.
Okay.
And they said they are giving injection of vaccine for is it yellow fever or something like that?
Yeah.
And this woman allowed them to inject. The time she came back home, she was like she's weak. I said, what? That they say that they should take an injection for vaccine and all that. And she also presented herself. And I said, what? Why? I shouted. I said, oh, I should calm down. That is not like, I said, okay, if this pregnancy spoil, now you spoil her. This is what yes. So this is why. So in other words, if my wife, why are you doing this? If my wife went for any DNA something secret, I know very well that issues come back, whether negative or positive. She will tell me. That is my wife.
Okay. And you take it normal.
Well, if it goes to my direction, just like I reacted with this vaccine of a thing.
Because like this story we are dealing with right now, the lady has gone to do a DNA and realized that the man's first child that the man brought into the marriage is not for the man. And they too, their third child is also not for the man. That's the story right now we are dealing with. So she doesn't know whether she should tell the husband or not.
See, my brother, in African tradition, the child is for the man.
Oh, okay.
The child is for the man.
Okay.
Yes, the child is for the man.
Okay.
Even when you marry a pregnant woman,
yes,
and make her your wife.
Oh, okay.
If she gives birth, you know very well you are not the one that is marrying her.
Oh,
the
okay.
child is for you. You understand? The child, she cannot even. What is her problem? How can she present this argument? In which way? In which way? Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
I hear you, Daddy. The lady has her own problem. She should keep it to herself. Okay, well, Abraham is next.
Yes.
Yes. Obiawe aba.
Lady, sorry. Sorry. Oh, okay. So, lady, sorry, why now?
That the lady who can sorry be brother channel network in the quantity koi. Now what's your attitude boy here? Yeah, two can come back one no magic back. And then the network in yet. And no crap network in yet. At the other was here by uncle.
Yo, Pacho, this is because of the betrayal of trust that will only bring someone say,
okay.
If you have trust in the marriage and in the woman that you married, trust me, this whole DNA thing will not even come to
okay.
be at the first place. Now brought. It's because of the law that they now brought. Let's see, that one has come. Now, the thing is that there are certain legal way we are binding this DNA test. The moment I want, Obama be a Udinda, we Akolabia birth certificates. One, know that in court, the court can actually, say counsel a lawyer, I don't know, but from what I know, they can actually say this Udinda we should be go and take out the child. You can use that same document, be it the antenatal card or the birth certificate, as a ground to do.
Teddy can nice point, but the network in yet. And did you say Cobra? Teddy Cobra.
Nice thing.
So if some way somehow and you see, say, let's see, and timeline now, you see there's a timeline of conception. Google internet is why you'll find an app here, you can use it to calculate all distance rapidly. But like there's a timeline for conception. If let's say in that frame time, that's a team at that particular antenatal card. Say when we are at any time, anybody can take you and say you are the one who is responsible for the child. So you can use that same way, take the child or wherever any way that they do, any lab that they do that test, and do it. Two, let's say when you have a placenta grass, you say certain labs can use the placenta of the child to just do it for you. Now, I don't understand why Obi by a man. No. Danny say in African tradition. I don't know which African tradition. It is not done. Please look after your own seed. But for the sake of the who are by all means your children will come and bury you. Abraham, who in the Bible is in the 7 Egadano, but the man Isaac Ben and you. Right from the other 6. Ishmael by Keturah Abba. Yes, so please look after your own child. But if some way somehow when you or Bible or not so the people will say, what can I say? I want to know bar. And I say, well, who about should have on your papa bar. Many American child say, what the advice I give that every man should be responsible for his responsibilities. Look for the father of that child. Now making sure so you're responsible for that child because said that trust me, will be any time from it to be any woman. Maybe I will that service to a French and Islamic same issue as an example. Or better they wish and as well be shoot. So one my one yes, sir. We have to know say they are different human beings.
Now, what you say, and there was a story on Udate Lamte, and see the heading of the story. Udate Lamte finally flants his wife and biological children. That was the headline of the story.
I beg. Finally, I can't say.
Danny.
I beg you. Let me just respond to what our brother is saying.
Yeah, the African tradition that says that a pregnant woman, you are the father.
Which African tradition? I was saying, if you are not, you are not. Hold on. So, what I'm trying to say here is this. For example, if we are living, let us forget that, I don't know, how will I put it now? Okay, many of us are in urban area, understand? Where you do this, you have lab and all those things, you can coordinate your life well. Okay. What of those in rural area who do not have? What of those in rural area? There are some people in their family, maybe one of their sister is pregnant. You understand? The girl is not married, but finally, the girl gives birth in the family. They go and do DNA for the father. No, the father, the child belongs to that family. You get me? Again, that very poor child in the village, if she get pregnant and nobody is taking responsible or nobody is claiming to be responsible for that pregnancy, if a man come to marry that very girl with the pregnancy, the child belongs to that man, not for the family where the girl stands. I stand to be corrected. You understand? That is what I'm trying to say here. You understand? If my daughter is still small, she get pregnant and nobody is seeing that.
This one it will be another day story.
But you understand what I mean, eh? You understand what I mean?
I don't understand right now. Before you be like 10 years,
no, see, Jared, you have to understand. You have to understand.
Oh,
you understand? You have to understand because this thing where the woman do, good. It's not fine.
No,
you understand?
Because they are traveling. So they have to do it.
Traveling what? All the white people, they have the latest. All the white, which travel is that? Okay, done. Yes.
So we're saying something about,
yeah, I didn't hear you.
Because now,
you can take the antenatal card. Yeah, you can take the antenatal card or the birth certificates because your name is on it. No, not in place of a DNA to do the test instead.
Because I thought like they don't ask for DNA, they ask for proof of Akalano papa. It's true. So proof of corona wouldn't come. And then most of the time we prove by DNA. Lady, people kind of category said DNA. Oh, okay.
No, I think some embassies have started saying that they want a DNA test because I think because the way your course is sample for the home country, they want to see say Aquala or Banga. I think that's the main reason why. Yeah, to make sure.
Trafficking.
Exactly. I just said that's the reason why. Yeah. So I know that for you to be sure, if let's say Obiabeka was at this time I saw your wife at this hotel or doing that, you just look for the antenatal card or anything to prove that actually the Aqualana Ama say you are the Bible or issue. Because this thing is very, very serious. Especially
I can't come as I did not vote in Kawana. I don't know here before the film.
Because
that's a year before they encounter.
Actually, maybe I've actually worked at these two regions where counselor, let me tell you something.
Now I'm by I don't know how the transfer by a whole I be.
The thing is that I've seen situations where Akola it is to say, this is, and I say yes. To say, oh, you're real with Moja man, a bit me Hanekakra, a bit me money Mojan. Now, perform sickle cell tap. Then Papa never ban or no, Papa never could donate blood, yet there's blood for Papa. Under no circumstance on earth or in any way. Nah,
no way. Never.
But you see this all the time. When you are doing the lab test, you see this all the time. You see it all the time. It will let me find it and say, so many I heard that in some US states, they have a law that some way somehow, if you work a lot, they didn't even 2 birth certificate. So say in it is mom.
Now I ain't here.
So that they make all these doubts.
Now what about you?
That's what I know. Many states, but I heard that.
But I'm just as I say again, I didn't know what about you.
Yeah, because and then say when you say counselor, we child support. All the day on the first side, I'm like on the side.
Exactly.
Yes, but the law never want to say. Law no so say. Yeah, the child support too. So now you have a doubt for paternity. The law gives you access to use the birth certificate to go and do a DNA. That's the law.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
My lawyer, yes, you are paying child support. So
I think the law says you are paying child support. Before you agree, you can go and say, I want a proof of paternity because I am not too sure I'm the father of the child. But mind you, if you go that tangent and the child is proving that it's yours, over foul la la la. Yeah.
But in the case I want to that
one will be better. Fine. If yourself as well, out of your own goodwill, there's nothing wrong. But not when someone has lied to you, say, because that a very papa, we didn't mean to do that. But I'm sorry for them. It has happened to Jeremy, it has happened to this Nigerian footballer, Yawabi. I mean, it's serious.
Serious. So my who footballer I also say Angola so see again there.
Jeremy Jeremy when Obi Obo Chelsea, one of the best free kick takers after Beckham.
Now, Obi the dinner, not only dinner.
That's right. Which right here you so. Matthew, paper show let me see. It's papa no. Not just say first akolana enye ne ba no. Oya aware na so eno so yesa de be share no.
Onimo. Oba no ne koye. What's oba ne de ne okoye ye no. De okoye ne say oye nkola afọ no. Onim say nkola afọ na ye no mienu de omo ni like baako ewo mu no omo nya kwan ko. But 3 beko enti ono ne de baako no de ba ne de onim say akola no ontumi nka abusua no ho. Is it a difference? Okay. But at least papa ne de no de ba ye no any de ono ne be wu mienu no at least 3 ne de omenya kwa ko baako ne pe na o say ontumi nko. But unfortunately for ono no first one papa ne de ba ye nso no ono nso nya papa ne de. Second one and that's
first one in your but I'll tell you so first one now or no say na or swashana
yeah.
And I third one so on in our woman so
yeah.
Oh, this is wickedness, oh yeah.
On whose side? What has she done? What has she done? She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. That's all fine.
You see, she doesn't know.
Almost separate.
Yes.
Oh, and yeah.
They separated for 4 years. And after the 4 years, she came back. Immediately, she entered into the marriage. She took seed.
Oh, okay.
And I am saying that I can also vouch for her, say, we can go further and realize that even though she slept with some people before she came back to the house, this child would not be for those 2 people she slept with. It could be a medical error of replacement in a hospital she delivered.
And also try the way.
Cancel your champion. Cancel your champion.
But
that one is assumptions.
Yes, but you see, it's assumption. But I'm saying that because if you slept with somebody, and so I'm trying to understand that. I wanted to engage her, but she didn't call back. I wanted to engage her to see when was the last time she had sex with the people she's talking about before coming into the marriage. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, there was a case in this country. There was a case in this country, Ghana. And in this country, Ghana, in a certain region in Ghana, where a certain man who was in charge of a very big company in this country, some slave queens or some slave queen used his name as the father of the child. And because he didn't want to be blackmailed, he was taking care of the child. And it was getting worse because, one, he has chopped the thing, but he didn't know the chopping he chopped could land the girl into pregnancy. Now, the other thing was that the one who introduced the lady to come and chop has been chopping for a long time, no pregnancy. So the day the friend said she's pregnant, she also started to have a fight with her. And because she had a child, salary su ewo bank bi. But ye wo na abofra no be yale. Eti ede abofra ya na ye abofra no ba ye. Na me minim say controversy bi aba wade no ho. Eti ede akra no ba ya ye ade no. Ena ehia say ye electrophoresis. The electrophoresis is to know what AS, SS, SC, AA. And the error in electrophoresis is because of the grouping. Yeah, panel. Ah, abofra no SC. And slay queen AS. So now, abofra SC, slay queen AS. The Usha chromosome calculation now, the SC should be coming from Obi or SS. Even AS, and AS, no more to me SC. What simple calculation is AS, any AS, echo nyama, a seldom say you bet me konya SC. But for 75%, we are likely to have AS. And then for SS, AS, SS not check. But a bit messy. But the possibility is about 44 something %. But where the Obani AS, Abofrani SC, Etina Cassa ni papa no, Menya ni papa ni dear, now me de Ashad, Miss Me Nimsa Sawo. I didn't know. And I'm a pay by Papa, ya to no so what thought that what to fear or cry. City of Ghana be Amobino. Or buy a lawyer, eh?
Wow.
Oh, Chrome House.
I don't think
The man was A. At the way I'm going to know, this is we catch him when Teddy catch him. You're going to now the man comes, and I'm needing to come say, this is the explanation. Let me try calculation man. And I'm going to come out my senior lab technician. Also explain each other. Now we have to know, say, it means say slave queen ya or the bon why I shall pay. All gin in some scale. I can't idea. Oh my God. So as I speak, now that phone didn't Casabio, but that phone in himself a pala yaneba. Etia di dimusa na papa no so only 4 directors 4. But within the directors 4, back we SS. Obia who does say get away any director we put in Prada. So during the time of Pequine, I ben papa we no we soon of fire and I we di back up and we di back on and a lock here. But a son said time I we di anyway di and I got say we dia. It will buy us your on ye no. And I'm doing come up quite any abaye din come. And I'm saying shit last time I'm having sex and some people panic in first crash. You try first time now, a didn't even tom. Papa didn't buy and I'm saying, Papa went to do I was here or dinner back home. Oh my nyaka said you. And I'm saying the young pepper mission just said, Papa went so need any day. You go show SS. That's what I make a big case will come well. But Papa so mudi or Jennifer or Jenica. As somewhere a social media conversation already. And me, I can so be a losing if you are losing a dime. Will be an Indian seer. May the 3 years is to say, Tony be any DNA. But the electoral forces can also prove, say, ASAA. Son of Danica say, Obe Warano, on it, name Prano Koshe. A pempi no ya say, Ono Prano Koshe. Wunkwa what you want. Know your own. I am AS. I am AA. I am SS. I am SC. So when you know your own, it helps you to do the cross margin yourself. Who should be on Usunim media? So there are things you need to know basic. Say, see, I didn't come rich man's wife or rich wife. The didn't come on and say, the lady says she doesn't want to tell the guy Should he go ahead and tell the husband, "I'm not on Janisa, near cancel trip"? Because when the man gets to know, say, the firstborn in Yanidia, a bit serious. What is it? What's it? Obi Kata.
Yeah. No.
It's your then.
Then.
Rich wife wants to question, rich wife, yeah, man, you know. On cancer now, so fast, as a vision go to
Not trip, no, so young cancel trip, no, so.
And they say, you know, 147-year-old.
Oh my God. I feel so money in India, then won't keep you as a secret.
You shouldn't tell the man that the first child is not his.
What's been that who broke a cup first one, India, then you also see a broker with the other.
The secret is your power. That is not a
If the money in India, she should just keep quiet about it.
Okay. But let me ask the women here. If you marry a man who brought a child into the marriage, and you are all trying to do like Bonwan came to marry, and you find out that the Bonwan your husband brought is not your husband's Bonwan, how will you live in the marriage? After the DNA, you know the secrets right now. Your secret is your power. Now you've discovered that the first child is not for your husband, like he brought.
Yeah, but husband, me, I feel say, like, I'll tell the man
That. How do you know?
Oh, sir, how do you know?
Because that's all good DNA. I'm not saying yenya me alone super.
Also, Obanity and a separation be by. It's a look put the entire
said
there was a separation. So not only you couldn't in your and I like almost shine one up inside so by it's a no what's me explain no who can send they were not there and they are not only home. And on the shame, it could be said that the last way out, sex of her and on him, but she didn't know and son will be raw. Or something morning. You understand what I'm saying?
So you should report the first one and keep her own quiet.
Even if you won't keep your quiet, crap, why yours is a bit, you can always justify a walk around. But say, Obi Bana, and your papa no so bad, and now to Muslim motion and so there. That one too is wrong.
Said the Danimu traditional.
Because there was separation. Perhaps we didn't want to worry, Papa. And I mean, you understand? It's all this why you say, I mean, you cry, and you couldn't do that. It's another blow to me and Casacra for me to know, say, hey, I'm going to make it a name. You understand what I'm saying? It's another blow, Emma, because we need, but if you ever get what's it? Yeah, say yeah, family because everyone and your baby man. Honestly, Papa will be no, but you know, so honestly, Papa will be. Now, no, what I am trying to say is, many cases, no, our retire by. Perhaps people say, me, you can make fun for me, grandfather, my grandfather, woman, me, that's a little Papa can say, and say,
which is very grandmother. Oh, now, almost on the like there was a separation. Before me, my baby baba, no one knew what they were. Before my grandmother, baby baba, no one knew what they were. Then no, I didn't do so, and on one has actually said, measure with your plan. It's a collective down, it was like living about home with them, and yet the grandfather. Then I said, this is and I made it power. It's a collab in the coming say, and then the proof is saying, I can be crumpled. It's in a way, let's see, as if I would cry. But so why don't you only DNA? If you want to only DNA, now all faculty and command the papa. That's all. I'm not family contract. That's why maybe any justification you will all on both any side. But they can't now you two all the decision as because here they will be better because that person also has a natural right to know about it. For all people, my men are cut off say the banner and pana and so from there, no, Papa no, I also in your own to bear with baby back on any day of the master. But what to me, that's someone who didn't do it, but like you said, and you buy any bar, what done 4 years, come up with the second really answer, but then they are the buyers of the others. What has happened? If you want to my access, so now I don't want to become also to say, I'm planning to go on the other to make your what to be judging down to my room for day. But I'm glad I could go to your home for a total fee.
So at the end of the day, so your conversation is that the first child is a pure visitor because his father is not in the marriage, his mother is not in the marriage, but the third child has the mother in the marriage, but the father is not in the marriage.
Yeah.
So it means that the one that has the mother and not the father, she has more legitimacy in staying than the one that doesn't have any of them. So the one that doesn't have any of them, they should go and look for that one and forget about the one that have one in the house.
You cannot take that decision away from them. Only person they got to push.
No, I understand that side, but my question, I like the argument of the women. A man is saying the third child at least has the mother in the marriage, but the first one, the mother is not in the marriage, the father is not in the marriage. So the first child is unwanted and must go.
unwanted. Not the decision don't have to be made with the other parties involved, which is or not necessarily biological parents. Because for all we know, when I'm not person the mother will be changed. How do we get to make that decision on our own? In my house, say, I'm going to say, yeah, we should say back. So we keep it because yes, yeah, I'm going to make it for 40 years. It's you know, yeah, yeah, that decision I can make, but in a way, it could be selfish on my side. So the person will say, yeah, training out to 40 years. When you get there, so you don't want to be out of the
So the mother of this first child, who gave the pregnancy to this man, will she be surprised that the child is not for this man?
That is if the only man, surprise. Why should she be surprised? Because she's aware. That's only
So if you believe that the woman should live sleeping dogs lie, or they should let the first one be known, Senor Bapenye. Because mind you, the first child is the heir of the family. So whatever child they have in the marriage is the firstborn that will take everything. And here is the case that the firstborn is not for the man. What's the answer? Hey, ma.
This one is not it's not my husband's fault. If we could cheat to say, okay, yeah, shakolana, it's fine.
No, you see, one of the challenges is that if your husband agrees, say Frana, the child has no legitimacy in the family, but he owns everything. You see, the first thing is that if you go through the process of adoption, if you go for an adoption, are you aware that when you have children, and then you by your testament or by your will, you bestowed or you give your willful property to your to your adopted child, neglecting your biological child, the law can reverse it. Because by the law of adoption, no matter what you do, an adopted child is not your child.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that this one is not by adoption, but somebody accused your junitor that you impregnated me. I was disgraced. I was ostracized and insulted, and we collected the child. Now the child has grown, and my wife decided to do a DNA and realized that the child that you claim you are disgraced, that's why you kept this child. It's not yours. So the one who is my next of kin is not mine. How do a woman keep quiet over such a truth? Remember, remember, when it came to the life of Sarah, Sarah said that Abraham has no child. I can't give birth to any child. At least let my maid servant have one child, so that he can even be the heir of a throne. Why he's not from me. He will be coming from Abraham. So he married Hagar, and Hagar produced Ishmael. But here is the case.
Yeah.
The first child in the marriage that I have received is mine. It's not mine.
It's not yours.
And if I know it's not mine, I can keep quiet. Okay. Because time now. We have 15 minutes. It's immediately said, I believe that the child is mine. But my wife has discovered that the child that was used as mine is not mine. If me, I go and me, Semina may call here, dear, and who said, first child in Yamedia, I might decide to hide it from my wife because she will be broken. But here is the case that me, I don't know, but my wife knows that the child is not mine. And I make a choice, assembly si wo krobi so. I'm a good sophobia animasi. I say, get be case so for nanyam. And your pam so for if you are sorry then. And your year billboard will chrono so. You're good animasi poto. And I saw for Johnny if you chroma go share Canada. Get now. 3 months here near force so much you go a DNA. Yeah, DNA, yes, of Florida. I feel again in church him the animal. And a time I can't say so for the animal. I saw any pamon so for. I saw and I said, yes, sir. Almost again antenatal. Your call will move to Bia, Yamaga is Kabia by so for the lawyer and say, or per se a class as seminal. Yeah, you should say you'll be any party, but could be ready. Ah, or Tom Kube, hey, I got Graham Cocasa Jackson Park, or Tom Kube. And I am girl. But your pumps of one, you're good animasi. Now you come market will chromo one yes, Reno. So far, we know it was serious. But the truth is out in March. March here, we are. So, what I make us say, the firstborn is not for the man, but he's going to be the heir of the throne of every property of the man. And here is the case: the woman is aware, say, the first child is not for the man. Why would I allow the struggle of the property that is meant for my children to be given to an alien? Well, one of my own, there's a lot to this thing. But as right guys, come let me read Nikki. Nikki says that counselor. Maybe can Nikki story on Facebook. Nikki say counselor. Counselor, the wife can apologize if she wants, but is still in the man's court to stay or to live. Okay. Or say, Obet man apologize to the man for the charge he has brought. It's left with the man to stay or say, but the wife, I don't know why today I can't read the thing. But the wife has, okay. But the wife has owned up to her truth. She knows what she did. Okay. The story, dear, but what if the man is the trade career, which explains the SC? Okay, or no, or the color, why you 3 terms? Okay, as a wife, pretend all is well. You still cannot let the man know. He will never be the same. He will find out he is betrayed twice by 2 women. He said when you tell the man will realize that two women have betrayed him twice. His penis has lied twice. So that's what Nikki is saying. All right, French boy, speaker, let's go. We have 10 minutes and we are leaving. Yeah, go. French boy, because I didn't cry until unka.
So when you're not king, see, I said, obviously, what this are no now, and he for 14 years and more, no, ever catch up on okay, who said, Papa, Pinamudi, 1 year, and it's the only problem when it's out of the and one in that for all these years. My men of Omtimas and I won't say. Yeah, I also feel it. Also feel it. You listen, and the credit you can. What kind of consequences never been in our own can because said young folks one out about what they know say because I'm also never canapa. Indeed, so can you know end of the day and follows about what you did to you. And I say, it's my best of the catchers looking for one he said, a young woman walk, a friend's explanation. But that's a fan of one papa on the problem here. One of papa was a young man on our it's was as soon as he said, who's no better than 1 year about now, 1 for so many years, no better than the idea. Almost the pushing of which the money of our papa also don't know. This is one about their own trust and all that one. Now, so far, also, they don't come out in the papa. Now, also, almost show on the back. Now, as if you are.
Frederick, look at you, but the can say, about Frab Bakuna, Papa, but the name I know what they ask you. And I could go back and anybody that choose.
The same thing, well, Emma, almost okay, also Pabano going to pass out for the best years of the country.
No, but also in the first place, Fred guy, I agree to marry a man with 1 child. I agreed with 1 child to marry another man with 1 child. But here is the case. The 1 child that I thought I married the man with, that child is not for the man. Me, I have a child. I am going to take another child. So I've brought 2 children into the marriage, but I'm their mother. I am their mother. So their mother is in the marriage. But this first one, the mother is not here, the father is not here. So even my own, if the man is angry or not.
Okay, I'm funny say, said you okay. Now what you say, Papa, now the
and I make us say, Oba, dear, Wakofa Yin Sayaba. Nami is our friend in Yamadia, met me down our dear. And come away, about Friday, Gina, my place to say, me one Bema or Baba. About Friday, Yanadia.
Matias,
and so who look credit Senator? I say, Yapadia, Papa, never kind of the man. About kind of Yadiba. It's your own country and another more country.
All kinds of those who catch there's a consequences upon the baby side. They say, your woman is managing the man who are so therefore someone forward, and it is up to Papa.
Matilda, that's a fresh boy. Yes. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's somehow guys say I think it's time and prayer say you're very careful. And you may be what and you say it's but in my own point and it's I didn't know me cancer. It may be say Obano time on Baba worry no, not just say no be because all to me cancer because it's your also at fault or also last time you did become Polano to one side no. But who on your papa right?
Yeah.
Yes, almost separated for 4 years. It means it's a time almost separated or back, you know. No, you will be but one can't share papa.
There be obidino. There be no obidino. No obidino. And you know, only say a dear last one or they ban na yin sing ana. Or ban no nim son him. But you come bo a dear no be shas ye no nyem ye. It is a wahona pa gugu suo.
Almost separate here or back, you know, then they did trade. Who couldn't say, time I die, not me back, let me know you what.
O send the yanka, now what's the can where the other day? Bama no grafo di wo ba ka say me di grafo
Okay, in that case, you know, it means it's there because it's all no Obano, Okolano, the matter, no Babu, on your papa, it told me and they let the end ship papa and say, what's all bad first one, and yeah, with you because Obano so a process problem.
There be almost story different. Obano dear or our nasi, and only Aqualaba, our nasi, and our Sunday second one. But Aquala first one, on your papa, dear. Onye maame ne dia enti ne maame ni awale enum ne papa ni awale enum enti on your alien ana ya chese na se maame no de bre papa no okodi abehye no
in that case when you say maame no ema no kwani dead
said day
how many days because I didn't when the quiet DNA to be
Onu ni ya documentation ya di betu kwan ena kwa no ko hu se enkwala na oye first one last one so ya the man brought the first one as the first child, but the child is not for the man, so she's found truth. That's the problem.
Counselor, but your first one,
On mommy on my baby. Well, it's a very serious issue, but I just want us to wrap up to say, should she go and say it or she should shut up?
Counselor, I wanted to see your point. She bears the truth and she bears the power. As it stands now, she can use it to her advantage. It is only the man that will be at a disadvantage. But that is only on my speculation say. First one, it means that it is the man who is most likely going to give his inheritance to the wrong person.
Yes.
If his first son takes it, and it appears that his son that he brought in is false, that rules that particular son out. But if he's also passing it on to the woman's first child that she also brought from outside also, it means he's also laying off his property also to the wrong
So the woman's child has no right over the man's property. That is clear.
Exactly. Yes.
But here's the case that there's one child between the two of them that has a right over the property.
Exactly.
But if she keeps quiet, the first wrong one that the man believes is man will take it.
Yes.
All kind of credit, no man in there did not start to now on your papa. Almost show, but almost making right decisions say, and the old deserving their property, what you see. It's all man of credit dead.
I think she shouldn't sell. Counselor, I think she shouldn't. See, if I was her, what I would do is this. I'll disclose the first one, which is the man's first son. I'll disclose that information. And then yes, I will the right no. If the intent is to preserve the marriage and to preserve the family, I don't think she should do something that risky. Rather, if in any grounds of the man making look, there's so many lives you can to one life. If you make a plan, go and write the life of the so, like you say, accommodate some of the things that is happening. Just recently, yeah, I've been find a way to make the man will to the right person. Just to know. Let's out that for 15 years. When you get my intent is to preserve the marriage, not to put it at any risk of the man decide whether to stay or not. I mentioned of the party, yes, the volcano, number one, a man of friend did. One one in the one and the side of Anna who himself wouldn't know about it. And Japanese, and that's about it. No matter what, the truth will come out. My fight is not for a property. My fight is not for a property. My fight is to preserve the family. Yes, I know what it is. Yes, why is to preserve the marriage? Look, it's not all truth now on the count. It's not all truth. The marriage has not that marriage is founded on love. It also be also also the first one and say there's a mistake. Also disappointed. And what about the first fresh and fresh fresh what you say? Now one day this would for that will be a massive with the family for just what I come on, I say, Mama, Papa, would disable and open the money. Into disadvantage. Oh, that has been only the option. It's the one that possesses the power. It's not the better one. Fresh. Just recently, somebody had 2 kids. Kolano 42 years, being 42 years, and the second one was about 40 years. They found and said, the man is around 65 or something. The PSA, so these things will come out eventually, no matter what. Papa blood. In back 2, back when the 42 years, two grown-up men. These things will always come to light. So, and this What you see, say me there, they will say, we are attentive now. You have to see it. My friend, this is the case of Bani Bana and Yabahane Bana. Oh, Papa, no connection, no one said, no more. One of my men are many who one of my class because almost a team papa. It's all over class and about planning who say, okay, this is Apolano. My men in the bush of food was this year and day. And I was so getting even so to win the ground also consider what in a moment in a month. As I won't say, one of the plan and watch it. All of my men wife, papa no. But Apolana is here and then Papa Leba. And which is the first one. Already the mammy has one but Papa in the baby side is any apple from Obama never pushing up for almost so long. Abraham in the bed and the book of the Papa wants yes. But what you say, and any okay, see the woman of Brown one, any that the woman of Bramia may make sure say this could feast and never be as so you be Amiakas will take in charge of it. It's a very sharp down. Ama is a small road through the Timimus and I'm so kind of granite company. You know, all Spain sympathy. I will move one. The bush of all the other Papa and the baby or the one that was if you want to sing your marriage. You see, this whole thing, this whole thing. What I was saying is that when you puke, you don't take it back. People should learn from these type of things because it is just a classic situation. Say you puke and you go get it back. I mean, I don't even get.
Debbie, a trader de be a day, a trader de be a day, Bama, a trader de be a day.
Media, you can't do it. If you see what my family the first thing is to be sure because I think it's a want to be taking advantage of that. And I say,
one after the we are closing one after the other, please, Madam Kasa. Hello, Madam Kasa, Madam Ko.
Yeah, Mr. Very bad because minimum be a 1 first born, not missing any good. If you know only know when my own watch and who be or throw our civil that way, or no calculated date in the next day, money calculated date. I know just imagine the apple now. You see, I hate it now. Well, into Sapolani, I didn't to point. I think the same quality Akagana in piano. Always me and my pretty all because of DNA. DNA abounds of because of cheating. Well, yes, and it's a man, man will be yes, because I did the way I know, and yes, I did you. I did way up and last time so your papa and oh, go for Castle, or now, it's been a memory of what they say is there. Some of them is a very long distance to this one, yes. Now, in a young mouth, not because they are looking at them at all. You don't know what I have. Yeah, especially young man, my wife. So young man is the one that's a I confront us. And wife in the pouch of Polano, I'm in the water. And yet, to say, be a doubt, but I just want to be sure you're for me. Yeah, my will happy so. You better just one at the end.
Media, me, your yes. Okay, watch it here. So the question is a very simple question. The women on the app, will you agree for a DNA? The woman on the app, she's asking, will you agree for a DNA to be done on your children? Vic, Abna says yes. Vic, who again? Rich wife. Okay. Honorable Abba. Honorable, will you agree for your husband to go and do a DNA over the children? Today, I'm not seeing the screen because the phone is not good.
I would not have a problem because I do know, it's a problem. Good. And
but let me tell you all, I have witnessed children being. Hello. Hello. No, don't worry. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There is what we call the 2% of medical error. And I have been a witness to a replacement of a child, not deliberate, but by error. So anytime you say, yes, I am ready. I told you of a case I'm still handling now that we can conclude. It was IVF. The man brought a spermatozoa. And when they finished, the 3 children are 11 years now. None of the children are for the man. So the boldness that yes, is good. But you can also be surprised with a child. So yes, I like your spirit. But don't be too sure. Because there can be a child that is not yours and it's not for your husband too. Like the first child.
Yeah, so you have to do maternity. What do you call it? Because they almost happened. The second baby, there's maternity test. It could have happened. Yes.
And you know, okay, so let me come in. Let me tell you that let me tell you. So let me tell you. Yes. Good. So I'm coming. Hello, I'm coming. Hello, 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. So like she just said, like Honorable has said, the challenge we're having right now is that trying to look for the female chromosomes in children has become very difficult scientifically. That's a problem. It's difficult to get the maternity results as compared to the paternity. So paternity fraud is now on the increase for about 65% in the world. So I agree that you are ready for it, but you can be put to a surprise. Do you understand? So let the guy was going to ask a question. So ask your question.
Okay, so the question I'm asking is, counselor, so let's say you go into your dad's house, your old dad's house, and then your dad's living with people, you don't live there anymore, as we are now. You go into your dad's house, and you're coming out of your dad's house, and somebody touches you like, oh, but you have to say, I said you want to say, if you are 5 or you want to set you back or want to set you back, you're gonna feel offended because somebody is doubting you. So DNA to a woman who knows that she has clean hands. Sometimes it might sound offensive. It's me there. DNA now suspecting her. You know what you without her consent. It's like you are doubting. Sometimes the relationship never comes back to the same.
So that's why I said. That's why I said from the beginning. For example, the melancholy will not forgive you for the rest of your life. The fact that you went the fact that you went to test, the melancholy will see you differently. The phlegmatic will adjust. The supine will say, this is the way all men are. The sanguine will laugh at you and will laugh every day. However, the choleric will charge you for going to do what you did. Like, for example, I told you my wife yesterday said, how much do they charge for DNA? She wants to go and do it. And I said, why? He said, the way the thing is happening, she also wants to do and have some of the results. I said, for what? And I told her, if you get the money, I want to keep the money for you. Because I don't know why she wants to go and do it. My wife can be surprised that she go and do a DNA and all the 2 children that we have, maybe the 2 children plus all the children she brought, none of them are his. What will you do? Look, the stories I had 23 stories for DNA. There is one that is going to court now for property sharing. All the children that are claiming the ownership of the property, whose name are in the will, none of them are for the man. The one that they said was illegitimate is the one that rather is the father, the one whose father is dead. So this DNA is not helping. But I like all of you, your submission. I think that the best thing is that, if you ask me, the woman should let the first child be known that it's not for the man and leave the rest. If you ask me, that's what I'll say. Because she cannot live with the fact that they are taking care of the child that is not for the man. And once the child stands as the firstborn, all their investment will go into the firstborn. So the man cannot invest into her firstborn. But at least the first child in the marriage is important. So you should rather encourage the man to invest in their own and take this child back to the mother. If you ask me. Aye. Papa de baba aku ba wale no. Ono so de ba aku ba ye. Na papa ne dia no de ba ye no enya papa ne dia. Eno onu akohu. Ne yire ne omo ye documentation dia man kwala na ne yire na akohu se papa ne dia ba aku no de ba enya papa ne dia. Eno onu so oja wale ko ba ye no ba aku na o de ba ye ne nya ne dia. Because you go down to school, I see on moment to Quambio, or no so on Goka. Wouldn't be what we are seeing. So if you want to DNA test, said, they will let the man know the reason why I will marry man because you know understand they make her say they are dealing with the email of the woman. She's the one they are working with, she's the one doing the filing and everything. Oh. So they are dealing with her, and she has the confidence that at least need the pen the odd. So she didn't even take her own. So she was having the confidence that the 3 will pass and she will plan what to do with her own. Only to find out that the first one failed and the 3rd one, who is the 4th born, failed. Okay, now that's different. Oh my, listen, Vic. Vic, 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 Vic. It doesn't make the man stupid, oh. Vic, let me tell you one thing. As I sit, if I go to the bank and they ask for my bank account number, I'll call my wife to ask the number. So there are some things that my wife does, that she does it solely without my interference. I leave it for her to do.
Counselor, Canadian counselor. Canada for family. I know of a family like that. It's the same story I will tell you. Oh yeah, Canadian.
All right, one after the other. Vic, I didn't hear your question. You said what?
From how you are saying that is the main fear is the two players. Then one thing my brother said, "When I'm not playing,
debut, chill, check. Documentation in a process. And the DNA about ne do baby I say be man is say be call ho. But DNA ne by trouble one. And Grofon reply, emba you share massa. What the idea so oba you powerful.
Oh yeah, very.
Ah, now him quiet fast my you don't hear birthday surprise my ye hu hwe. Ye go tom to say Jimmy for. Now we are young cutting quiet the drug me edit free and say bisa for more. Who do you obey the agro?
I thought we are talking about organic country. I then I walk about now catch you. This is where I come back. I comes as I did and no I am a some of them when it comes to those things. Because if you are living, there's nowhere, there's anything that may there is nowhere people
and also more. And also more. That you see that there should be the hierarchy and the, Vic, you see, if you watch the organogram carefully, there's a place that I don't step in. I don't. I leave it for that operation. So Vic, watch. You will go through. But the lady herself had a confidence that but the first one and our first child, the two they came together, and the husband's son, the three will go through. So it is when the results came to her email, and she realized that hey, the first one is out, and even my last one too is out. Do you understand? Good. So my final word is that so one after the other. Obisu bisa question me pon. Madam, bisa question. Madam will say. Oh, so let me ask. No, they are together. So let me tell you what happened. I asked the woman that. No, the communication is okay. The woman is waiting for the next consignment so that the husband can receive it. And the next consignment is the result of the DNA. And the DNA has appeared. And she's found out that this is the error. But she's told the husband the DNA is not yet in. That's what she wants to know what she should do with it. No. The man, you see, the man is active, but your wife says it's not in. But now she's come back to tell me, say, the thing has come. I want to say it's in, but these are the feelers inside. The first feeler is that the first child is not yours. Me too, I am surprised. Me too, I am surprised that the last one too is not yours. No, the woman, you don't understand. The woman herself now has gotten the results and must break the news to the husband so that they will continue the feeling. I get what I'm saying. Hello. I'm talking, hold on. The woman has received the results and must continue with the filling of the document with the results, only to find out that the first child the man brought is not for the man. And to her surprise, the last one she came to give birth to after the separation is also not for the man. So she herself, she's surprised.
So a question, is it because
but on now on him say offer.
It's not that shocking. And the holiday is not shocking.
I'm on kind of baku. I do if they play. Okay. Macho Mapong, me time so. You are not wait for you. I don't know what you do. Mapong. It's Mapong. Good night. Or try on a private talk of one so. Thank you very much for joining me tonight.